Ravens Wrap is sponsored by Bud Light, Holiday Inn Express, the Ocean City Golf Club, Comfort Inn, Russell Street Report, the original Green Turtle, and hosted by the Blue Ox Bar and Grill.
In April 1959, Art Wall won the Masters, edging out Carey Middlecoff and Arnold Palmer by finishing birdie, 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 par birdie. 1 month later, Ocean City Golf Club celebrated the opening of their first 18 holes. That course has been transformed now into one of the most scenic golf layouts on the East Coast. Come experience 36 of the most beautiful and challenging holes you'll find anywhere. Ocean City Golf Club in Ocean City, Maryland.
Green Turtles Ravens Wrap Show here on Comcast Beach TV and the home of the Ravens, Delmarva's Rock Radio, 93.5 The Beach. Don't forget the game. If you can't catch it on TV, we'll be on the radio. Kickoff at 8:20, pregame show, network pregame at 7:50. And, of course, you can catch a replay of this program at 11 o'clock Sunday mornings again on 93.5 The Beach and WZBHRocks.com. Broadcasting from the Ravens room here in the Blue Ox, 127th Street and Coastal Highway in Ocean City. Want to thank our sponsors, of course, the Blue Ox Bar and Grill, the original Green Turtle, our friends at Geico, Bud Light, the Comfort Inn Gold Coast, the Ocean City Golf Club, the Holiday Inn Express, and we want to welcome back our sponsor from last year, JCTickets.net. All right, it's our time in the program to bring some of the members of the Roost and others in the audience up for our question and answer session. So we're going to come right up, Ms. Marr, with the first question, and fire away at us.
My question is, who called the play Sunday? You know, we blamed Cam Cameron all last year. So did he call him Sunday? Or did Flacco call him Sunday? Or did Harbaugh even call him Sunday?
You know, you guys, I don't know what you want me to say. So, you know, can you hear me now? I mean, what have I been saying? So, I mean, Cam Cameron obviously was calling the plays, but the whole concept behind giving Joe the keys to the car, he now has his weapons, he has control, we're doing the sugar huddle, so he's up at the line of scrimmage with 15 seconds left. The whole premise of that was so that he could examine the defense and change the play. So who's calling the plays? Joe calls the plays. Okay. He's responsible for the plays. He snaps, he doesn't snap it, but he gets the ball, put in his hand when he wants it, he can change the play. So who's responsible? Joe's responsible.
And Jerry Coleman from the fan where I work, as you know, in Baltimore, asked this very question, and he's not going to give an answer, but he says, look, there are options out there. I'm not going to say how far we go, et cetera, and to what extent, but as John said, I mean, there's a play or either multiple plays called, and based on the defense, Joe can check out of an initial play and call another one.
Here's what Joe did. Now, I'm not going to pick on him, sort of.
That's a good thing.
But I told you, he's like my golf game. You know, I can't put 2 shots together, and Joe can't put 2 games together, all right? That's just the reality. But here, Joe was playing, he was the crossing his fingers. You know, how many times did he throw the ball in the double and triple coverage? I mean, just throwing the ball up. And, you know, sometimes guys make plays, but, you know, there has to be someone else open when there are 2 or 3 guys around Pitta.
Joe didn't look real good Sunday.
He didn't look comfortable.
Health-wise, he didn't.
When the Eagles made their adjustments in the second half, he was lost. And this goes back to my point. You know, I think it's just a studying thing. He needs to know how to adapt. Because when you are given the keys, you can't, and you leave the house. You can't call Daddy and say, I don't know what to do. You know, Daddy's not going to drive the car, okay?
I can't turn the car off.
So, I mean, that's it. He's going to drive it or he's not. He's either going to drive it on the road or he's going to drive it off the road. And he just drove it off the road.
Go ahead, Steve. Well, let's give Steve a chance to respond.
I think that's a great question. I think it's a legitimate critique and that's one thing of Harbaugh is that he lets his coordinators pretty much have free reign. You know, at halftime, I think he definitely could have pulled Cam aside and said, Cam, we're running the ball. down their throat on this drive. We're going to score a touchdown and, hopefully put them out of their misery. But he didn't.
No.
And he didn't do the same thing on defense. He didn't say, okay, don't do the 3-8. Let's not play the prevent because it doesn't prevent anything. Okay, let's play like we've been playing the whole game. And, that's a legitimate question is who is calling the plays?
I know why they probably don't run the ball, though. Because when Ray Rice runs for more than 20 yards, he needs to come out on the sideline, take his phone out, get a bottle of water.
I didn't
Let's
see,
move
You didn't
on.
see
Let's
that.
move on
He
from
did.
that.
I
He
didn't
did
see
come
you
out.
check out.
Oh,
We got a
my
bunch
God.
of questions. Thanks, Miss
All right,
Clark.
we're going to talk about that. I know you guys are thinking about me when Ray Rice ran 40 yards, didn't do anything for a quarter, runs 40 yards. Huh? I can't take it anymore. I'm having a heart attack.
All right, Donna's up with the next question.
Okay.
Guy
I
makes
know
$8
it's-
million. He can't afford a treadmill.
I know it's early, but what do you guys think of the Ravens choosing Dean Pease as the defensive coordinator? It seems to me he's a little bit like Greg Madison.
Well, I think it's early for sure. I think he needs to be a little more aggressive when you need to attack. I can't really judge at this point, but you need to be in attack mode when your opponent is weak. That's just life. It's the animal kingdom. It's business. It's sports. You learn it when you're a kid. When your opponent is weak, you attack, and he didn't attack. So I question him, but I'm not gonna
I mean, it
Throw
just
him under
seems
the
like
bus, yeah.
he's not a good follow-up for Chuck Pagano.
Well, we'll see.
Well, I think anybody would have problems when you lose Terrell Suggs for a year, and then you lose JJ. He's replacing a lot of guys, and then Pollard gets hurt. So, I mean, I don't want to take up for him, but I don't think it's a fair evaluation of that game. First game we thought he was great, and I think it's going to be that way as the season
I
progresses.
didn't think he was great the first game.
Did?
Maybe I'm going to drink the purple Kool-Aid on this, but he's a very accomplished coach with the Patriots. Bill Belichick thought a lot of him. Now, I know he departed from the Patriots, but believe me, he's a very smart defensive coach. I think you guys touched upon, especially Steve, with Suggs being out, he's starting a rookie outside linebacker. Albert McClellan was supposed to get backup. He's another outside linebacker who wasn't supposed to start. Bernard Pollard gets hurt in the game. A lot of different things going on there. I can't. I could question about being a little bit more aggressive, but I do think that we're in good hands. He's a very smart coach, and it is early as well.
Yeah, and when you're weak too, you just can't sit back. I mean, you need to be in full bore attack mode when you don't have a Suggs and you don't have a Marcus Pollard. When Pollard's not in there, you gotta. Did I say Marcus?
And like when Ed
you gotta
Reed
attack.
freelances a little bit, that's not on him.
Was
That's
he a
on
tight
Ed Reed.
end?
And
He was a tight end.
Well, supposedly what his big deal is, he could disguise his blitzes. You didn't know where they were coming from. Well, we didn't see too much of that. We'll have to see. But, Cam Cameron said, bar none, he was the toughest coordinator in the NFL to go against. So
He's got a great memory for recalling what teams do in their tendencies. So I'd say give it some time, but there are some factors in play, too, as to why he's aggressive or not aggressive. We'll see.
There's time before I get on
Good
him.
question. Very good question.
thanks, Don.
Yeah, thanks, Don. All right, next question up.
Yes, sir.
First of all, John, I got to.
Go ahead, step up.
I know. You're going to tell me I'm right, but that's okay.
Well, I got to tell you, we had a bet going and said how long it was going to take you to say "I told you so" about Joe. I just don't understand why there was a complete game plan change from the first game to the second one. I mean, first one, everybody is happy. We're scoring. The no huddle's working, and then even the first quarter of the game last week, it's completely different. And if what Steve you said, Harbaugh could have changed things at halftime when he went in, what the hell's the head coach supposed to do if it's not take charge and make those decisions?
Well, I thought the defense was giving up chunks of yards, but I thought offensively for the first 20, 25 minutes of the game, the Ravens were moving the ball pretty well, and we're pretty much in control. I thought this game was on the verge of getting out of control in our favor. I mean, when you look at the running attack the way it was, and we were keeping their defense on the field, and they were having a tough time, swapping their defensive linemen out. They just adjusted, and we did not adjust in the second half to their adjustments. And when we were up 14-7 and had the ball 55 yards from the goal line, and went 3 and out, that started a string of 6 drives where we did absolutely zero with the ball.
Well, and that's kind of the question everybody's got is, why the heck didn't we give Ray the ball? And who makes those decisions?
Well, that's Joe. I mean, I don't understand if the play comes in and it's a pass, but when Joe's standing there, he can call a running play. I mean, and typically when you call when two plays come in, one's a run and one's I mean, there is a running play or a passing play in the mix. So I don't know why. I just don't know why. But all I know is that the results didn't work, obviously.
At least in the short yardage situation, the press conference Monday, he said a lot of it was they were stacking the box against us. When they do that, we had some options in there to throw or run. A lot of it was called passes. So at least in the short yardage, they felt based on the defense it was better to throw. But in general, I don't disagree. In general, they should have run the ball more. I don't know. But I realize, too, though, and Steve, I think you'll agree, from week to week in terms of the game plan, different team, different defenses. So it's not exactly going to be the same week to week offensively in terms of what they do, whether, how much they throw the no huddle out there or how much they keep it back.
It was a tough matchup, but I think we could have, I think obviously, looking backwards is easy to do, but I think we could have run more in the second half. When you look 79 yards in the first half and 21 in the second, I mean, that's just not going to work. And, we could have, especially in that last drive before the second half, and we were really marching the ball up and down the field, and I really thought we could. And to me, I thought the crazy thing is why come out in an unbalanced line and run away from your unbalanced formation? You're bringing in an extra
Just trying
tackle.
to get cute, basically.
Exactly. And if we didn't need to get cute. We need to get smash mouth. We need to bend some face masks.
Do you guys feel that we've been Baltimore Ravens smash mouth football for so long? Great defense. We're going to run it down your throat. We're going to run it, and we're still going to run it. And do you guys feel like that just got boring? You know what I mean? Do you feel like the coaches and the ownership, do you feel that it just got boring? It's like we're repulsed from that mentality, and that we just don't want to run the ball as much anymore. It seems like last year and now this year, we just want to throw at all costs. Please let us. Just want to throw the football.
John, to be fair, too, we talk about Dean Pease in the last question. I think let's give this a little time. I know Cam's been here, but he's, for the first time, had these weapons. Let's give him a little time this year to balance this thing out, because there's no question, I think we all can agree, our passing game needed to get better. We don't need to throw the ball 40 and 50 times a game. I agree with that. But at the same time, we need to be more explosive. We needed to get better there. We needed to throw the ball more effectively. And so, Cam's got to find that balance, no doubt. We got about 60 seconds.
Yeah, but again, last year we were throwing the ball on 3 and 2, and we did the same thing this year. You'd think we would have learned last year that it doesn't work. And why the heck didn't we?
There's
that's fair.
There's an old piece of scripture. I don't know if you believe in God or not, but you should. But there's a scripture that says, "There's nothing new under the sun," and that's why I can predict the future, because it's always the same. Wow. Nothing changes. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
He's really going off the deep end now, folks. I tell you.
There's nothing new under the sun.
John, the
dog returns to its vomit.
Is that the new John 3? Is that the new John 3? The 3:16. That's the new John 3:16. All right, we're wrapping things up. More to come here. It is the Ravens Wrap Show on Comcast Beach TV and Delmarva's Rock Radio, home of the Ravens, 93.5 The Beach. We're back with more. Keep it in.
Ravens Wrap is sponsored by Bud Light, Holiday Inn Express, the Ocean City Golf Club, Comfort Inn, Russell Street Report, the original Green Turtle, and hosted by the Blue Ox Bar and Grill.
Welcome to the Comfort Inn Gold Coast. Conveniently located just 1 block from the beach and adjacent to shopping at the Gold Coast Mall and the movie theater. Newly renovated and open year-round with a marvelous bayfront view. Visit us on the web at comfortgoldcoast.com and see our hot deals and great golf packages, or simply call our direct reservation line to plan your stay.